Intervention experience. Anyone ever have one? Hello. So, my dad's aunt passed away some years ago. My parents and I went to the funeral. It was in an old part of town, so street-only parking. My dad proceeds to parallel park, and this tall, older gentleman, I would guess at least 6'6" because he towered over my dad, and I, who were like 5'10", 11, came from behind the hearse. He was frantically notifying us not to park there. There was no real reason not to, like a fire lane, no parking sign or anything. So, my dad parks further down. We get out of the car, proceed to walk to the church. We pass this tall older gentleman. He expresses again, "You guys made a good move not parking there." So, my dad and I were obviously perplexed by this statement, and what's strange is I firmly believe when you have a life-altering experience, your brain goes into detailed memory mode. What I remember the most is how this guy was dressed. Royal blue fur lapels on the jacket, wider brim fedora with a purple feather in the band. Like something out of 70s, this was 2008. My dad says something to the effect of "nice weather today, we keep moving." He jokes with me before we enter the church. Man, the guy was dressed like Superfly. So, we go to the funeral mass. This is one of those funerals where there is a car procession to the cemetery. There is a car in the spot that this tall older gentleman told us not to park in. I even joked with my dad because this guy was frantic. Why could they park there and not us? My dad shrugs and we get into the car, have about a 10 miles trip from the church to the cemetery out in the burbs. It goes on a busy road with a lot of intersections. Car behind us in the procession is the car that parked in that spot that he told us not to. Crossing one of the intersections, a driver was not paying attention and slammed into the car behind us. Fortunately, it was a front-end hit and the people behind us were okay. We get to the cemetery and my dad was adamant to say thank you to this tall older gentleman and get him a case of beer or something. So we talked to the funeral director because we presumed he was part of staff because he was with the casket dolly. They have no idea who this guy is, nor do we see him at the cemetery or at the church when we left after the funeral mass. Anyways, this has always stuck with me, so I thought I would share it.